If you're thinking about selling your home, you may want to check out our full-service flat fee listings, which are designed to help you net the most money when you sell your home. I'll talk more about those in just a second, but first we'll look at the Cincinnati real estate market news for 2025 year-to-date and compare those numbers to 2024 year-to-date. First of all, new listings are up 5%, closings are down 4%, median sale price is up 5%, median days on market is at 13 days, total inventory right now is at 105 days, while active inventory is at 49 days. It is still a seller's market, but not as hot as it was when interest rates were lower. So if you want to net the most money when you sell your home, you need a better marketing plan, but you don't have to pay a 6% commission to get that because it comes standard with our full service flat fee listings. Visit our site at 513flatfee.com to find out how you can net the most money when you sell your home. The average mortgage interest rate nationally right now, according to Freddie Mac, for a 30-year term is 6.83%. That's up 0.21% compared to last week, which is a pretty big change compared to what we've seen in the last several weeks. We haven't seen much change at all. Obviously, the interest rates going up on average is the opposite of what everybody wants. Everybody wants lower rates. And if you're one of those people who's thinking about buying a home and you've been on the sidelines waiting for interest rates to go down to make that home purchase, I don't recommend trying to time the market in that way. The experts even don't know what's going to happen in the future with interest rates. They've made predictions and been wrong before. So what I recommend is to go ahead if you have a legitimate housing need, regardless of what the motivation is for that. Don't let it be interest rates that motivate you to buy. Just go ahead and shop for your home. Take your time to find the right home for you. And when you do make that home purchase, make sure you get a fixed rate mortgage so that if interest rates happen to go up in the future, which could happen, you're protected against higher payments because your interest rate is fixed. But also on the other side, if interest rates go down significantly, you can consider refinancing and actually getting lower payments in the future as well. So you kind of get the best of both worlds in terms of interest rates if you go with a fixed rate mortgage. If you're thinking about selling your home as a part of your move here in the Cincinnati real estate market, please understand whether it's Cincinnati or anywhere across the country, obviously the markets are very local, so it's different in different parts of the country, but generally speaking, compared to a few years ago when interest rates were in the 3 to 4% range, we have many fewer buyers shopping right now that interest rates are in the mid sixes, high sixes, because there's not as many opportunistic buyers who are shopping simply because money is inexpensive to borrow, because it's really not as inexpensive, obviously, as it was a few years ago. It's very similar to what it was last year, and in some ways in the last couple years, it's actually been higher. So it's not the worst time to buy a home in terms of interest rates. So there are buyers out there still, but just not as many. The market pace is not as feverish as it was a few years ago. So as a seller, expect that you're probably going to have fewer showings and fewer offers than if you compare your story to what your friends and family may have experienced a few years ago when interest rates were far lower. However, those buyers that are shopping right now are very serious because they're not shopping because of the opportunity to borrow cheap money. They're shopping because they really need a new home, whether they're moving up or down or relocating or whatever is causing their motivation. They're shopping because they have a legitimate housing need. So we see a higher percentage of those showings converting to actually really good offers. So if you market your home properly and you have a professional in your corner to help you leverage your position in negotiations, you can still sell your home for top dollar and still get optimal terms for the sale of your home. It's just much more difficult than it was a few years ago. So make sure you vet that agent that you're working with thoroughly to make sure they have the experience that's required to get you the best price and terms for the sale of your home. If you have any questions about interest rates, how to navigate the Cincinnati real estate market, or if you're interviewing agents, whether you're buying, selling, or doing both, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you, answer your questions, and see if I might be a good fit for you to help you to achieve your real estate goals in the future. The best way to get in touch with me is to visit my website at 513flatfee.com. Scroll down the homepage there and click on the link to schedule a call. That way we can set aside some time dedicated to assessing your specific real estate needs. I'm Patrick Grosser with the 513 Flat Fee Real Estate Group at Fathom Realty.